Welcome to the live stream, guys.
In the dark.
In the dark. In the dark. We have such a beautiful background. Can you see what's different here? Can you see what's going on here? There's a big difference between
I can't
what
see
you
the
see
difference
now. So
Today
today we have a very special live stream. Today we have let's start off with we have Jeroen right next to me.
Hey.
And all three of us are on the live stream today. And we have this beautiful keyboard here in the background. And it's doing some weird stuff.
Yes.
That I'm not used to.
Change direction.
Changing the direction. Oh!
Oh! Live show.
Is this true? Is this reality?
It is.
Are those RGB effects? Are those RGB effects? Oh my god.
What a surprise.
RGB
This came totally out of the blue.
And we didn't expect that. So today's live stream is all going to be about RGB effects because it's one of the most requested features that we've had over the last couple of months, besides numpad. And I think we're all really happy to have RGB effects on the keyboard, and it's a lot cooler than we thought it would be, to be honest. Oh, it looks like my camera can't really focus.
Focus?
Yeah, the lights are screwing it up. So today we're going to, the whole live stream is going to be about RGB effects.
You guys are like two ghosts in it.
Yeah. Let me do the focus magic.
Just in time for the holidays, exactly. Oh yeah, it works.
There we go. Yeah, this is better.
Okay.
All right. Just in time for the holidays. Christmas lights. Oh, the Christmas. Oh God, that would have been a better timing. That would have been a better timing indeed. Yeah.
Barely missed it. Almost in time for Chinese New Year though. So.
Almost. So. Okay, so today we're going to only talk about RGB effects and RGB everything. RGB, a lot of RGB, and there's another surprise we have today, because not only do you have a beautiful RGB effect keyboard here and right in front of me, but if you're smart and you have the utility beta, then what?
Oh yes.
Then what, Jeroen?
It should work.
It should work.
It should work.
It should work.
It should automatically update, and then you can download the firmware right now and also get the RGB effects on your own keyboard. But out of focus again. What are you doing?
I didn't change anything. I just did it automatically.
Okay. Anyway, so but the problem is that it's still like really beta, and there's one problem is that when you download it right now, and it just had the same happen to me, and it's just that the settings and something, they still need to sort of, there's no like default. So you still need to sort of manually set everything. So when you first download the firmware, all your colors will be messed up. Because we also improved another thing, but we'll talk about it later. So all your colors will be messed up. And when you do like the first time you click like the settings in your RGB effects, they'll be like kind of weird. But once you like press save and you switch profiles a few times, that everything should be like in a normal running order. But like let's say the startup right now is still kind of dodgy. That's what we still need to work on.
Kind of already screwed up my keyboard.
Yeah, I mean it works.
No, but it works.
Be prepared to replug and unplug your keyboard.
Yes.
Many times.
It's like
I didn't have to do that.
It's just like more like profile switching. That will definitely work. And then what else?
Everything.
That's fine.
It works fine. Yeah. It's just once you load the beta, your color profiles gonna.
Yeah, and that's for a good reason, because we also changed how we completely changed how the colors are managed on the keyboard, and that means that right now when you pick a color on the color picker, it will and you set it on the keyboard. Like before what happened is that sometimes you pick like an orange or something, and it will be like more like yellow, and now like the colors you pick will perfectly match those on the keyboard. So we basically
improve the colors also.
Fixed color encoding, or what do you call it? Higher resolution.
Oh, it has a higher resolution.
Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for.
That was another issue we had when you would save the colors on the keyboard, it might be a little bit different from what you would expect it to be.
Yeah.
Which is also solved now.
Yeah.
It's so shiny.
And I just thought about that. The caps lock is not on. It's not in yet.
But
this is why it's called the beta.
This is why it's the beta, and I just, I mean, we literally just made the release like 5 minutes before we launched the stream.
Yeah.
There's a reason we're also like kind of late.
And that's also why we need you guys.
Exactly.
For the beta.
Yeah. So the utility beta channel. So for those of you watching who are not like part of the beta, you can go on Discord and just ask Tino. I think that's easiest. So it's the purple guy, the purple film guy. And he can give you access to the utility beta version, a utility beta channel, and then I'll put a download link there. Did you already update the download link, Eric?
Nope.
Okay, then I'll just put the raw link in there right now. There we go.
So if you're part of the beta testers, you can go to the utility beta channel in Discord, and you'll find the direct link to the new.
Announcement of the stream being live on Discord.
There's no announcement?
No.
Oh, okay.
Tino?
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 Help us, please. Please help us.
Tino.
For some.
What about Twitter and Facebook?
Announcements
Any socials? No.
No, probably no.
No. Tino?
Tino? Thank you, Tino.
Please?
Please?
Sorry, what? Make announcements on the Discord, Facebook, and Twitter. Because we have like literally no announcement yet, I think.
So
it's like kind of crazy to see the quality difference between us and Eric.
Yeah, true. But I think it's also because we have the lights on. Let me turn this on.
Yeah, it was cool while it lasted.
Yeah.
Can be better.
Yeah, that's the big one. There we go. Whoa, let's see if autofocus works again. No. No, doesn't work. Okay.
Why is autofocus?
I think it's because of the RGB lights.
Yeah, I'll just put like a less.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, keep the RGB going. And just have manual focus.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So, about RGB effects, which type of effects do we have, Ewan?
Do we just want to do a round of them all?
Let's do a roundup of all of them.
Okay.
All of them?
Yeah, Quinn joins, you hear me moaning. That's right, Quinn.
Then we should turn off the lights again.
Oh, right. So you missed it, Quinn. We're going to do this one especially for Quinn. We have RGB effects, man. Jump on the beta. Utility beta's live. The utility beta's live. You can get RGB effects on your keyboard right now if you get the utility beta. The link, direct link, is in the Discord channel, the beta channel. If you're not part of the beta channel, jump onto Discord and ask for Tino for access to the beta channel, and you can download the beta utility, and you can get the RGB effects on the keyboard right now.
Quinn, you're just saying I'm at work. I mean, your work is literally below your house, so it's not an excuse.
Yeah, true. So, we're about to do a
demonstration of all the
demonstration, exactly, for all the RGB lights. Nice.
Okay, you're gonna turn off the lights, or are you just gonna keep?
Well, what? How's the quality without the? I think the quality is better when the lights are on.
Yes, it looks like it, right? You're gonna zoom in.
I'm gonna try zoom in.
You zoom in on me.
Oh, I have a better view of the keyboard here.
And Jeroen has to talk, right? So this is perfect. It's perfect.
Come on, let's do this.
Okay. So we start with like the classic. Oh, it's still called
like
rainbow.
this.
I should have called it wave.
Oh.
So this is like the classic rainbow color wave. And what you can change right now is the direction. So I open it. You can see it that well. Right now.
Ooh.
So now it's going from left to right. And now it's going from right to left.
How is that possible?
So that's pretty
magic.
Cool. And you can also make it like slower to give it like a more sensual feeling. And then so like right now we put in 3 levels of speed. So slow. This is slow. And now we go to medium. I'm not sure how well you can see it.
That's you
it's
can
a-
see it.
Okay, and then this is fast.
And yeah, the ones that are very bright, those are the ones that don't have a keycap on them. Because Jeroen is such a hacker man, he doesn't need keys to type. On his
Oh
keyboard.
right, yeah, this keyboard's kind of cracky.
Yeah. Otherwise, I have it here. Right. Ooh, this is better.
Yes,
But
but then you need to change this.
wait, I'll plug it into yours.
Where's the cable?
You have the.
No.
Wait. Okay, wait.
But then we need to unplug the one behind.
Oh, okay, wait. Why am I such a hassle for this? Can you do it?
Yeah.
I'll just be your.
Okay, you'll be the guy who keeps going. Okay, so this is the rainbow effect with the different speeds, and now you can see a little bit better. So it's like pretty slow.
What if you turn off the lights now?
Okay. Wait, I have like this dim light.
Okay. Oh yeah. Maybe we should. Oh.
Wait, there's also
No.
this
How many?
this one.
Okay, this is good.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we start over again?
All right, here we go.
Okay. The rainbow. Dun dun. Left to right. Right to left. Left to right. Right to left. That's
Okay.
pretty dope. I like this one a lot. It's really nice.
This is one of your favorites.
It looks even better in
In
real
real
life,
life.
on
Yeah.
your own. It looks even better on your own keyboard if you download the beta right now. Yes.
It's like Jeroen is getting a commission fee. Everybody downloads the beta, Jeroen gets like 10 euros, so he's like pushing the beta.
I wish. They're a bit dim.
Okay, so are there any other effects? I mean, we all know
Yes.
the...
Yes.
There
Oh, wait,
are.
the brightness not so.
I'm just trying to get the chat. Can you throw the window up a bit?
Yeah.
Still don't have my second screen, guys.
Oh my god. What is this thing? Stupid Skype. Okay, here we go.
All right, there we go.
Okay, so now we get like probably issues with the scan. So we should,
Oh, because it's a really weird color also. Or what?
yes. So we need to sort of set it first. So that right now we have some issues with the scan if we first select them, but if we just select the right options first, and then we press save and we switch to profile. Here we go. So this is what we call scan. So it's basically something moving from left to right and sort of bouncing. And what you can change about the scan is also the speed. So now it's nice and slow. And you can also change the width. So right now it's 3 keys long, and you can even make it all the way up to.
Nino Card says Knight Rider.
Oh
True,
yeah, Knight Rider.
Knight Rider.
Exactly.
Kitty, right?
So now,
Kit, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we should make it all red.
and what
We
you
should
can
make
also
one
do is
profile red.
sort of make the background color, so it's not like black on or like off. No wait, bright on. Off.
Brightness? Or?
Yeah, so this like sort of the background brightness. You can
Oh,
also
right.
change.
So the keys, it's not the
Fully
keys,
off,
it's
yeah.
not scanning how bright they are.
Exactly. And you can also place the speed, so you can do it pretty fast. Let's get like even more of the Knight Rider effect.
Dun, dun.
So also here 3 speed levels: fast, medium, and the more chill, slow. And what I really like about this one, especially when it's like a little longer, it sort of feels like it's sort of bouncing back and forth.
Yeah. I like this one.
Yeah, this one's pretty dope.
Should have called that effect visor. Is it visor?
Or I don't know.
Visor.
Spooky blob.
Damn it. Too late, man. Hasselhoff, yeah.
Oh, it's a no.
Did it? No, that's Batman.
Is that it? It's something like that. Yeah, but it's very fast.
Did it? Eric.
Knight Rider theme. Anyway.
Okay, next
one.
Wait.
We have
Wait,
to make it all red also.
Okay,
wait,
let's make it red.
Pick it.
Wait,
Yeah,
stop.
yeah. Let's do this. And let's get it with 3 or 4 keys with.
Here we go.
Here we go.
We got it?
Got it.
Oh yeah. Oh, what is it? The name of the car is
It's been
Kit.
years since I watched that show.
Yeah. my radar says he's around the corner.
I used to love that show when I was young.
Zoom.
Such a cool guy.
Oh my god.
So we called this one the Hasselhoff.
The Hasselhoff.
The Hoff.
The Hoff. Oh, we should have totally changed the name.
Oh, we can still do it, right? It's only in beta, so.
Yeah, it's only
true.
beta.
But let's
should have a vote. Call this the Hasselhoff or not?
Yeah.
We
We're
get
back.
copyright issues.
Yeah.
But we're back at the smooth jazz, so the Night Rider team
Back
does
to
the
smooth
fine.
jazz. We don't have the lo-fi hip-hop background study.
All right.
Okay, anyway.
Let's get the next one. Okay, here we have a. Oh,
Oh, so now you see like things kind of. Here we go. So this is more like the classic breathe where it just what do you call that? Like it breathes in and out. It breathes the brightness in, out, on and off, and you can just pick the. It will just take the colors that you pick on the utility. So if I change it up a little bit, let's make this lean up. This is what? This is not working out. This doesn't look too good, is it?
no, it's
Anyway.
become very Christmassy. Yeah.
It's very Christmas. We're ready for Christmas. Let's do the center yellow. Here we go. Oh, beautiful.
Beautiful.
What else? What else is Christmas color?
We get run www saying, but can it do this? And what is that? Yeah, can you see it?
It's probably PewDiePie, his chair.
Yeah, PewDiePie.
PewDiePie.
And this one can also go very fast. Like sort of
Almost like a warning sign.
yeah. Warning, this keyword is awesome. Okay.
All right, so then we have.
Hey.
Oh, there's a new. What?
Refresh.
There's another one?
No.
Sorry?
Where's that?
That is the beta one.
This one?
Yeah.
Snow effect. Eh? Wait, okay, I want to watch this. Let's watch this.
What is the snow effect? Oh my god, that's next level, man.
That is cool.
Let it snow, let it snow.
But can you make it, Jeroen? That's the question.
Yeah, I think like later we should talk about like what can we do in the future with the RGB, right? We'll talk about like what we're planning to do, because it also includes like making some sort of like more of a custom RGB
nice
stuff.
effects.
Yeah. But we'll talk about it later. But that's a really cool one. I like that one a lot.
Yeah,
Very
let's
cozy.
head to the next effect.
Okay, here we go. So the next one is cycle. That's some matrix-like effect.
Yes.
Can you see it? So with this one, oh wait, the brightness is very low. Why is that? Here we go. That's why it was so not.
Oh, okay.
So this one basically cycles through the entire rainbow. So it goes from red to what is it? Red to yellow to green to more
Something like
cyan,
that.
is it? Then
Yeah.
blue,
Yeah.
and then purple, and then back to red again. So this is like the effect that I feel like, okay, I can just have this on my desk like continuously because it's very chill, it's very soothing, yeah, very relaxing. And also with this one you can also change the speed if you want a bit more of
Psychedelic.
an active effects. So now it's like you can
Why
see
is the
that.
spacebar dark? Oh, I don't have the Wooting 1 spacebar on it.
Oh,
Let's do something with that.
what else can you change with this one? So what we wanted to do with this one is like right now, and also it only does like all it sort of loops through all the colors. But what we wanted to add is like it's sort of different color profiles where it changes between different shades of blue, or I don't know, only from red to yellow and then back, stuff like that.
All right.
Oh, that's a lot better.
That's better. Now I have a colored spacebar.
Hey.
Hey.
Sick.
All right.
Okay. Next one. Okay, so now we get to the more. So earlier this week we did like the RGB effect week, right? And on Monday we did we already showed these effects. So this is what we call like the passive effect. And now we go to what we call the reactive effect. And what they basically do is they react to what you type on the keyboard. So the first reactive effect we have is what we call ripple. And this will probably, let's see, here we go with
the 7 color.
We go with the settings again where, just make sure they work. Okay. Okay, anyway, so this one reacts to the keys exactly.
Oh, yeah.
So you press it here and it just sort of ripples around the keys that you press. Now what you can do with this one is right now it just takes the color I set on the color picker. So you have like the red, I think it's like blue, red, green, yellow. This is something I set in the utility itself, which you can't see, of course, because for it's just a good demo. But what you can also do is you can also pick like seven. We call it 7 color. We'll probably give it a different name. But anyway, it just sort of goes from like this is then
cycles
cyan,
different
red,
colors every time you press.
green, exactly. Yeah. So there's so if you use this effect in the beta, you might notice one problem, and I'm going to demonstrate that problem now. Is that if you press too many keys at the same time, oh, I don't know if it will happen with this one. Then it will sort of freak out sometimes, but it doesn't always happen. So that's something we still.
Well, it happens if you pick color picker, I guess.
Oh yeah, you can see it right now. So it freaks out a little bit. So we still need to work on this one to make it like more stable. But the idea is there, and it's just it just happens when you press too many keys at the same time, and it just happens with the color picker more than with the 7 colors. But we're still like figuring it out. But then again, it's still in beta, where we just wanted to get it out there.
2 Wooting ones on the same PC. I think you have a problem with which Wooting one the utility has to recognize.
That's true. That is true. Okay, so and then we have a second reactive effect, and this is what we call trill. And what happens with this one? Wait a second, what happened here? Okay, I'm not sure what happened. Oh, all right, this. Okay, is that you press it and it just sort of leaves. It leaves a trail of the keys you press. And with this one, you can also change like how long does the key stay lit. So when you set it very fast, it will just show like very short, and it will slowly. You can't really see that well, but it will slowly fade out. Whatever key you press. Let's put it back to slow. And with this one, you can also do either what you set on the color picker, or the same like
7 colors.
7 colors. So now we'll just sort of randomly pick colors on every key that you type. So it's like, yeah, it's a little
easy password sharing future.
Yeah, exactly.
Good point.
That's a very good one.
Only do this.
Don't use it
in
in
a safe
public
environment.
Exactly.
But now comes the interesting part.
Oh, so now we have passive effects and reactive effects. So what is the third one? What is the third one?
Analog effects.
Oh. Okay, here we go. So these are really exciting. These are really cool. So so the first one. So the first one we have is what we call touch, and touch is kind of like so we had a lot of requests.
Color scheme is the what a beautiful color scheme.
Yeah, this is great. So we had a lot of requests before, like especially when we launched the analog curve, is that you can't really see that sort of directly see like when you press a key, like how far does it actually press down. So what we did with the first effect, what we call touch, is that it will show how far you press it down on the F1 to F12 key. So the further I press this one down, we'll just sort of fill the top bar. See it? Oh,
damn son!
And that's really dope. And it'll just sort of pick whichever you press down the furthest. So you have blue switches, you know.
Yeah, it's a mixture.
Yeah, and what's cool about this one is that you can also, if you have an analog effect and you made like a certain curve. Wait, I mean, oh, this color profile is beautiful.
I don't want to
do what?
I tried the analog curve thing and it didn't work for me.
Dun.
Let's just try it.
Oh, this is like, oh, this would be very clear if it
Oh,
works or
yes.
not. Oh wait, let me get one here.
So
Yeah,
you can't really see it, but what Calder made
This
in analog
seems to
curve
work.
now is just like a two-step where it will just go up immediately, so it's anti-dead zone, it's all the way up to half, and then it goes like very steep on the top. So you can see it happening on this bar too, where it goes like to halfway
This one,
when he presses it, and then when he presses all the way down, it goes to full immediately. So it will also represent the curve you have. And what you can also do is, let's say, if you I don't know, want to play around a bit and you do
first.
yeah, just sort of reverse. So you do set the curve very high, and then back down, and then back up, and you sort of get the same effect on your touch.
Oh yeah, you can see it goes up. And I
Even
keep
though it's
pressing
not really
it.
useful, but it's like it has a visualization of what you set in an analog curve. So I think that's really dope.
Yeah, you can see here it goes back.
Yeah.
But it's very useful to set up games, you know, so you have some real physical feedback on how far you've pressed the key. Especially if
Yeah.
you combine it with the curves, that's pretty neat. I dig it.
Yeah, that's really cool. So that's analog effect 1.
Let's go to the next analog effect.
Let's see. Let's go back to this one. So this is what we call touch. And now, oh,
Jelly.
this is my favorite. I say this
You
is my
have so many
favorite ever.
favorites.
I feel like I'm just going nuts with RGB effects. Just been working on this for so long lately. Anyway, so this is something we call jelly, and yeah, this might be my favorite. It's at least it's my favorite name. So what the jelly does is it just sort of forms this jelly around the key that you press, and the further you press it down, the bigger the jelly becomes. So I think this is a really cool feedback of the analog. So it's really like you press the key further down, and yeah, you make it bigger, you make it stronger. And with this one, we still have. So what we want to do is that. So right now you can't really change anything about it. Oh, the only thing you can change is also again like the background brightness. So let's say you're in a dark room and you still want to see a little bit. Then you can still set it to 10%, and then it will just put it to 100% when you press it.
Type on jelly.
Yeah, when you type on jelly, it will sort of freak out. But then I think like what you can do is what we want to do is you can also change like the maximum width. So now the maximum width is like 8 keys or something. But we want to be able to set it just like you can in the scan, where you can sort of change like how wide it is.
Yeah.
And then what we also want to do is like right now it's still like pretty instant in that the further you press it down, it will just like immediately shoot to 100% the keys around it. And we want to do like more like slowly fade in, so it feels like less.
It feels natural. It
That's
feels more like
yeah.
jelly instead of popping.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think this is it's a really dope tech demo for sure.
Oh,
This one. Yeah.
Do you know what would be a better name than jelly? That it feels
What?
like typing on boobs.
Feels like
Oh, come from!
Oh.
He sniped it for me. He sniped it.
Luke will be so happy.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, pretty. I really like this one. It feels so satisfying to do it too. If you also want to feel what it's like, go to Discord right now, send a message to Tino for the beta invite, and there's a link in the beta channel.
You haven't pointed down, you know, for the discount discount code.
Oh, I have to point
Oh,
down.
yeah.
Yeah,
This way? This way?
that it's
This way,
like
right?
you have to get.
And if you don't have a key yet, you can get one with a 10% discount. And the discount code is Disco Discount.
Is it really in the screen? Oh, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah.
Disco Discount. And what's really interesting about Disco Discount is that it doesn't only sound good, but it's also like Disco UNT.
What?
If you look at the name,
Yeah.
Disco UNT. Just a fact I thought I should mention. It's just sort of in betweener.
Okay, let's go to its next effect, which is called.
Yes.
What's the name again? Like the names are all over the place, right?
Yeah.
I just want to think. Albert says that slow fading could work well on the F1 to F12. Yeah, that's also true on the touch. Because
Really?
the touch is also instant now. The touch where you fill up the
Yeah.
F1 to F12
Uh-huh.
also get like the fade out. the fade in, what we just talked about.
You mean with the touch effect?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it feels more natural. I guess you can do it with any analog effect.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Touch.
So this one, it's either called bomb or AoE. We're not sure about.
AoE is more
AoE is
gaming.
better.
It's better,
more
right?
Yeah. So this one
I think
probably
AoE is...
what we call AoE, and you'll soon see why. And that's because it's.
Oh, you do it.
Oh, I'll do it. So you just press a key and it just sort of lights up the keys around it. In like brightness depending on how far you press it. So it's kind of like a jelly with the one with, I guess.
It's a mini jelly.
It's like a mini jelly. It's like a less.
This is more cool for typing though.
Yeah, this definitely feels a lot better. And then here again, you can just sort of do your background brightness, so it's like not as intense.
I also like it for gaming because I played some analog gaming with it beginning this week when it was done.
Mini
it was on
boobs.
Wednesday.
Mini boobs.
Mini boobs. It's pretty cool.
Okay, you played on Wednesday.
Yeah, because it's really cool if you get some feedback, sort of. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and here you can also add analog curve if you want. And then we have one more, and this is more like the. So this last demo we have, we still have it in the beta. I'm not sure if we're also going to release it. I think maybe we will because it's just pretty cool to show, and it's something we call mixing. And mixing is basically it's basically just to show off. It's just pretty cool. So what you can do is with the three arrow keys, you sort of change. So this is like for red, this is for green, and this is for blue. And what you can do is you sort of mix colors. So the further you press it down, you get more red. Then you can add some blue, or no wait, add some green, or add some green to get more yellow. And I mean, maybe we can do something where you can sort of save it to the keyboard or something. But it's I don't know, it's just a fun little demo we have.
Well, no, it's more than a demo. It's a whole education program for
Education program.
for kindergarten kids. So what do you get if you mix red with green? Yellow.
Oh.
What if you mix red with a little bit of blue? Purple.
Yeah, we can use that in my mom's kindergarten.
Yeah, we should. We should, right?
Yeah, we should.
Let's
We should
convince
go to
you.
daycare and sell all the keyboards.
Oh my gosh.
Educational keyboards. Yeah.
Learn
Learn about colors.
RGB color spectrum.
Yeah. But I do wonder, like, if Chad has some good ideas about how we can use mixing, or what other effects would you like to see or like to have? Or what do you think is cool, especially with analog? This whole different dimension for RGB effects opens.
I think with mixing, you might want to choose which three keys you want to use.
Yeah, I mean, we thought about that, but so the problem you quickly run into is that. So if you look at the beta right now, and if you don't know, you can look at the beta.
A lot of like beta stuff.
Shall I share the screen with the utility? Maybe that's easy.
Yeah, let's let Eric talk a bit about like what the reason is why we don't have that yet and how it looks in the utility. Like you see me clicking on buttons the whole time without like actually seeing what I'm clicking on. So that's kind of.
Yeah. I hope
Please explain.
I hope it's sort of visible, but the thing is, its color just disappeared from the stream.
Oh my god! Why did I get cut out?
I have to
okay, there was a keyboard in front of my face the whole time anyway.
Yeah, but so if you guys have some cool feedback or new ideas for effects, be sure to let us know and we'll see what we can do about it.
Cool.
But I guess during the beta period, we will probably wrinkle out all the bugs that are currently in the utility with all the effects. So that will be our main priority, and afterwards we can figure out a way to implement new effects and stuff. But in utility, it sort of was a challenge to make it, and I'm still very unhappy how it now looks and how it all is. And so, for example, we thought about different ways to show different things. Have like a whole plan of because every effect has sort of its own unique thing that you could set up, and what you don't want to do is like pop around stuff in utility. So for example, the width isn't available on the rainbow effect, but if you just pop it away, then your interface would just constantly pop, and it's really annoying and really confusing. But at the moment, this is also very overwhelming for new users. It's like, oh, you see the colors, that's kind of logical, and then the FX settings, and there are a lot of choices and things you can play around with. And we sort of try to do it in, also place it in categories underneath each other. We try to put it in a different card, we try to put it in a whole width, we try to put it in a length, but the thing is, you want one quick overview of also the RGB effects in this view. So for example, if you put the FX effect underneath each other, you have to scroll down, and then it's like sort of 50-50, you see the keyboard screens. That was sort of a challenge. And we also didn't want to implement that many new elements to the UI. So for example, here we call it specialization, we could have called it direction, and instead of left to right, we could have, I don't know, some blocks with arrows where you can click on it. But even though those things are pretty cool, it's like adding new elements, a new way you can play with the utility, and that also confused the users. But I'm also not pleased with the drop down, and I guess we need feedback from you guys how we can improve on this and how we can make it more clear. So that's definitely a thing.
From my understanding, a lot of other keyboard software and how they deal with RGB effects and RGB in general still really sucks to use it.
Yes, the RGB effects run when utility is open. I don't know if you can see it in the background, but there's like a keyboard plugged into a wall socket that's running RGB effects, but you can barely see it.
Yeah. So everything is done. Everything is done about the keyboard. I'm not sure if we're already gonna talk a bit about like the whole design process or sort of how we got to this point.
Let's talk. Yeah, we still have a couple of topics about why it took so long.
That's the first question.
That's the first question. Oh, let me do this the right way. Jeroen, please tell us, why did it take so long for RGB effects to arrive?
Wait, let me see some comments first.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so AdWords is what we're going to talk about now, right? Still run. I mean, the short answer, yes. The long answer will be in a minute. A vertical bar based graphic spectrum analyzer will be,
based on audio, right?
Oh, yeah, that'll be dope. I think that will be more more for the custom effects we'll talk about later.
Well,
and then last one, Lua scripting. Oh, there's also custom effects.
I guess you can do the music already, right, with the bars. Just pick touch and then time it to the music. Boom, boom, boom.
Manually.
It's like a DJ kit.
All right, so let's talk about it. We'll get to what we're planning to do with RGB in the future. Let's look a little bit in the past. So, what was the biggest hurdle with developing the RGB effects?
I think, the main thing is that we tried some things in the past, like for those of you who've been like around like all the way from the very start when we did our Kickstarter, we even made a video about RGB effects. And of course, that's a long time ago. That video was like at least more than a year ago, 1.5 years ago. And the reason it took so long is, of course, one is like there's a lot of other stuff going on.
Yeah.
And but two is also it just took a while until we sort of found a method we're happy with. So something we've always advocated from the start, for example, is that okay, we want everything saved on the keyboard, right? We don't want to force you to have the utility open constantly, and it should also sort of be, it's just sort of work well, and also for us to be maintainable and easy to change and easy to add stuff in the future, and also, or will come later, like be customizable too, so people can play around with it. That's also a very important thing. And we couldn't really find a solution, like just sort of a software design that we were happy with, that we can just sort of combine everything and make it work well. And I think like the reason why it took so long is because also for us, it's just sort of a learning process where we learn like more and more about what kind of situation do people jump into, how just becoming better programming in general also helps, and learning to better adjust to the firmware and the things running at the same time. And so then at one point, I was working on something else. Oh, right. I was working on input speed.
All right.
And that's why I like really took a deep dive into, okay, how can I make this faster and make the keyboard firmware faster and more efficient? And then I also came out on the RGB, like, okay, even though, how can we make that faster? And once I started thinking about that, then I just sort of had this idea about how we can make this sort of, I don't know, sort of design where, okay, we can just sort of easily plug in effects like whatever we want, and also they get all those effects and easily change the colors on the keyboard. And we can also still plug in colors from the outside. So for example, from what you set in the utility. And what you can notice is if you have the beta, and if you don't, you can, no, never mind. And, so if you have the beta, you can notice that even though the effects are running, you can still change things, and you just sort of change them in real time. And I think that's very important too, where you just want the experience to sort of feel right. And it might still be a little glitchy, like it's still a work in progress, but at least like it's still very workable.
Well,
for now.
Well,
and I think like getting to that like sort of sweet spot where everything works together very well, and also something we're just happy with to put on our own keyboard. That's why it took so long. Yeah.
Well, I guess RGB effects wasn't like our main priority.
That's also true. Yeah, I feel it's kind of like back then when we made the decision to even add RGB in the first place. It was kind of like the same, where at first we didn't really see the importance of it,
the value, right?
And yeah, see the value or the importance of it. And I think like maybe we personally, I mean, it's cool, but it's like, I don't know, it sort of feels like, oh, everything is RGB nowadays just because it has to, right? And now we have to do it too, right? But then you have it and you play around with it, and it's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And
it is.
Yeah. It's just fascinating to look at it.
Yeah.
It's not useful at all, though.
Well,
no,
it's only for the analog. That's
for analog. It's very useful, though. Yeah.
I mean,
cool.
I think it's very interesting because at first, like the wave thing is like the biggest wow factor, and then when you look at, for example, the cycle one, I mean that's like the most zen one, right? I just have it on my keyboard all the time. The last week I just enjoyed it, and then when you go to the analog effects, like the whole mixing thing sounds the coolest, and the jelly is kind of fun, but touch is so useful. I mean, why have we done this sooner, you know?
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Yeah, so touch is the bar filling up on the F1 to F12.
Analog feedback. Yeah. It's funny because first we tried to figure out a analog feedback in the utility itself.
Yeah.
And now I just have it on the keyboard.
Yes.
So that's pretty cool. Yeah. All right. So.
So what's going to happen with the utility the next 2 or 3 weeks?
Exactly.
Beta.
So now we have the beta.
Yeah. So we have.
What's next?
So it's like sort of multiple phases. So the first phase is right now we have the beta phase. So that's okay. This is what we have right now, and we want to add like some small things, like for example adding the size to the jelly and adding the fading to the jelly and to the touch, so that it looks more smooth when you put it over the keyboard. And there's also like the breathe effect has some sort of it doesn't feel 100% smooth yet, so I'm not like really happy with that yet. So it's just like smoothing those out. It will probably be around 1 to 2 weeks in beta, and we hope we get a lot of feedback from people that use it too, so we can quickly adjust things.
I also guess you guys can accept multiple versions during this beta.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Improving on a design, improving on a firmware, improving on effects, and make it all completed.
Yeah, so that's why right now when you have the beta and you update your firmware, it will still say that there's a new update available, and it just
all
sort
the
of
time.
Yeah, and even though it might be slightly confusing, but for me it's the easiest way to just sort of continue. Just if I just turn it on the whole time, you can just sort of keep on updating your keyboard without like me having to do anything special. So it's kind of the lazy way of for me being able to make new versions very fast. But that will all be in I think I'll make a summary in the beta channel later.
The beta channel.
Yeah. Because anyway.
So then the final question about the RGB effects and this beta is what can we expect from RGB effects in the future after it's been implemented in the public version?
Yeah, so there's what we get a lot of requests for, and also in the chat right now, is more like sort of custom effects. And what we already sort of have is that what we use in the utility right now is when you change a color, then it will just sort of send like, okay, change this color on the keyboard command to your keyboard. And what it can also do is sort of take this whole color, let's say a color package, and send it to your keyboard, and it will just sort of change the colors at once. So that's something we already have and we already use. And then the question is, okay, why not make that open, right? That's because then once you have that open, people can write either their own software to interact with it, and even from.
So what Ewan is talking about is when in the utility right now, you change colors on your keyboard. In one of the profiles, you can instantly see a live preview on the keyboard.
Yeah.
And this communication is direct communication with the utility with the keyboard.
Yeah.
So in the future, what we could do is that developers, others, be able to tinker with that communication.
Yeah.
So that live preview can be something else.
Yeah.
As an effect or something that reacts to the program or anything like that.
Yeah, and the thing that's sort of holding it back right now, I would say, is that it's still like sort of, it's part of our configuration that we use for our own keyboard. So we also use it to change analog profiles, to do the updating, and to see if the keyboard is connected to the utility, stuff like that. And I'm sort of afraid that if we make it open and too many other things are running at the same time, you'll just sort of get these conflicts where things don't work well together, and your keyboard will basically crash. And that's just something I want to avoid. And I want to take a similar approach to what we did with analog values. Is that if you want to get the raw analog values from the keyboard, there's this like a completely separate interface. It's just the raw analog values, and the only thing you can do is read the analog values, and that's it. And there's no way, right? And that's enough. That's all you need. So there's no way you can read the analog values and break something else. You can just sort of always do it. It doesn't matter. So I want to have something similar for the RGB effects, where you just have like one simple command, or one simple report, and this report is just dedicated. Okay, this will just change the colors on your keyboard, and that's it. And then when you do that, it will just not influence anything else.
Yeah.
And
isolate the RGB effects and RGB control on the keyboard.
Isolate the RGB colors. Yeah.
There are some, but if you have to put a time on it, it won't happen anytime soon, right?
I mean, we just get so many requests, so I want to increase the priority for it, but it sort of depends like how many issues we will run into next week with this, what we have right now. But like getting what we have right now, getting that right is definitely the most important one, because right now we have in a beta, and if it doesn't work too well, it's not a huge deal, because you can still sort of fix it. But once you push it out there, there's so many people with the keyboard on their desk, and like maybe they're not even on our Discord or something, right? They don't even know. They don't even know like what's exactly changing. If it doesn't work out of the box, then it's just annoying.
Well, I guess beta
it's the classic people not reading the update notes, and yeah.
But there are also a question from Cup Vampire. Does FX settings save to the profile share code?
That's a good question. No, not yet. But maybe it does. Maybe it does. I'm not sure. I'll check.
I think it does. When I'm right, I can test it right now for you. And then the Manson can't wait for Clever Fans to bridge the gap to Chroma and Link for games.
What's Link? Is Link another? Chroma is from Razer. The Link, I assume,
what
is
Link
from.
Is though.
Is that
Steel Series or?
Steel Series? I don't know. There's already an open source project called Aurora, and it's basically already links all different things. But the stupid thing is, what Chroma has, for example, is interactions with Overwatch, right? But the API they use is proprietary, so that means that if we use it, they can basically sue us because they paid for it. So, but the open source project doesn't really care, because it's just one hacker anyway, so they don't really care about that. But if somebody does, I mean,
as long as we don't do it.
As long as we don't do it.
Well, we will never support it officially. Let's say it like that.
That's very true, because there's just no way we can.
And we will never make it ourselves. Well, maybe we'll make it. No, we will never make it ourselves.
I mean, we'll make it possible to just change whatever you want, and then it's like, okay, if people do that with it, yeah, of course, that'll be dope. But
you can share it in the secret underground Wooting Reddit.
Yeah. So if you're part of the beta channel for a long enough time, and you're nice enough to Tina, then you can get an invite to the secret channel. No, there's no secret channel.
There's no secret channel. There's no secret channel. So, I think that's. I think it's really exciting to have.
Oh well, hey,
more RGB effect controls in the future.
I have good news.
What?
Like the sharing kind of works because I just shared my Sig Knight Rider thing with myself.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I mean, oh yeah, of course.
Of course.
No, I mean, I think it works if you go like from new utility to weird utility. What I'm scared of if you go from new utility to old utility or from old utility to new utility. That's what I would. So if you have like an older profile, you try to load it, maybe that will run into issues. So still need to look into that.
All right. Better not share a profile code of the new utility of the beta.
I mean, you can try and tell me what happens. That's it won't explode for sure.
First rule of the secret channel: don't talk about the secret
Exactly.
channel.
Luckily,
What secret channel?
Recorded.
Do we have a secret channel?
We don't have a secret channel.
No. So.
But do we?
Maybe.
So actually, the next one was for Eric to talk through some utility stuff, but actually he already went through it. Yeah, and the thing is, we want to have a feedback round.
No. Yes.
Yeah. So since we have the beta out right now, and I don't know if Eric can show the utility again. Oh, okay. But we would love to have some feedback. We would love to have some feedback on what you think is also a good idea, maybe for one of the effects. Or
well, let's first say some things we still have to edit in the whole utility. So, for example, these drop downs aren't that good. They sort of annoy me, and I really want some icons in front of the effect names, so you have more of a visual feedback. And the same goes for patterns. So, for example, with here you can choose different patterns, and instead of like writing them all out, we want like these color bars to see in which spectrum they are.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a thing we still want to make. And things that aren't active or you cannot use in a certain effect. So for example, with the rainbow, which should still be renamed to wave, and the idle brightness, these should be properly grayed out, or the opacity should lower. And well, those are little things you still have to fix. And maybe what also can happen is that within 3 weeks, when the beta is done, or 2 weeks, it will look completely different. So
yeah, that's
and that's also a thing I'm hoping for. So if any of you guys have good suggestions or ideas, just drop them into the beta channel, which isn't secret. And if you want to invite us, I
can already see that people are talking in the beta channel on Discord about the colors being ruined and the default rainbow is gone. And it's I feel I was kind of scared of this happening, because it's always like, okay, even though you say it's a beta, people sort of expect it to work, but this is a real beta. Warning sign. This is a real beta. And
but I think you don't have to worry, because in the public version, rainbow colors will be a preset you can choose.
Yes. Well, that's something we're still discussing, of course.
It's going to be a preset you can choose. Just like some other preset colors that are really beautiful on the keyboard.
That's awesome.
Well,
makes it easier also.
We have of course like the hand-picked one from Eric. We have like the sea weave. That's like this.
Seaweed? Sea wave.
Jeroen, we have a bug.
Oh.
The profile manager crashed.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about.
Yeah. But it won't stop me from showing the...
That's why it's still beta.
Here we go. I'm still going to try to load it, because I know it will work. No. Doesn't work. Too bad, sandwich bread. I guess it's because there's an effect on in the digital profile. So if I just have no effect and save to the keyboard, I guess I can load it then, right?
I like how you're just doing Wait, no, you were not using the beta version.
No, I'm not using the beta version. No. I've used the secret
okay.
version. Oh, here it is. See, it worked. I just had to redo it 10 times. It's just like the sea weave or wave. I don't know. It's like a nice thing, and I guess the one I'm really proud of is the fire RGB, which really doesn't make any sense to name. And it crashed again. Okay, so there's still an issue with old profiles.
No worries, no worries.
Oh wait, but I have the correct color on my keyboard now.
Yeah, the sea wave's pretty dope.
See, it worked.
It's pretty weird. It's pretty buggy. But anyway.
Yeah. That's good.
All right, but that's a really cool. That's what you see. That's one of the more designer colors patterns.
Yeah, but
Which
we
is one of the presets they can choose. The Wooting recommended color patterns.
yeah, I see that people in the beta channel are also running into import issues right now.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, work in
So-
progress.
work in
Let's,
progress.
let's
I
keep
guess
it
you
up.
would. I guess the best thing you can do is like write sort of a thing with known bugs and keep everyone updated on the beta channel. So
Yeah, I'll
Like
just
freaks.
make a super Google sheet or something.
yeah, and
Yes, you
also
can.
some basic instruction how people can reset stuff or load effects. So for example, if an effect isn't working on the first time, just switch profiles in the utility, not on your keyboard. That's a thing
Yeah.
that can help. And if something's buggy, just do sort of try everything, save, change profiles, and then in the end it will work somehow.
Yeah, yeah, we really need to smooth out the whole
Yep.
whole process.
Whoa, the
Oh,
color's really.
And
Oh,
if
and the
you
color.
It's better.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, wow.
I told you.
I'm
Oh,
just.
this
Whoa,
is-
This color I was never able to get. Because
Yeah.
I was always trying to get this color, but
Yeah.
it's
it's so nice.
that's a thing that you would mention like really briefly at the front of the stream, but it's also a really important bug fix that happened.
Oh yeah.
So for everyone who missed it, Jeroen,
Oh, so so what we have done is you basically increase the resolution of the colors you pick on the color picker. So what that means is what before would have happened if you I think for example color is sort of taking this what do you call this, emerald or something, like sort of emerald color.
It's a hipster color, no?
It's like sort of in
Web
between
dev
green-
hipster color.
web dev hipster color.
It's like sort of in between green and what is the other
It's
one?
mint
Cyan?
green.
Mint green.
Mint green.
Yeah. And before, when you pick like something like mint green, it will just sort of flip to like either more green, like either just green or just cyan or just more blue
Teal.
or whatever. And so increase the resolution of the keyboard. So right now the colors you pick.
It's crazy.
Oh, show it on the camera.
Yeah, but I don't think you can really see.
You can
So,
see very well.
oh yeah, pretty much. So on the bottom I have mint green-ish. It's a little bit more green than mint green,
Yeah.
maybe.
So now the
It's
colors.
really hard to see on the camera, the color differences. But all three colors are quite special
Yeah. So
colors.
saving colors fixed, basically, yes.
Yeah,
That's
let me put it more like this.
yeah. So the whole the whole RGB effects update is just basically one big improve the
Hipster check.
RGB. Yes, to finally
Yeah,
do
see-
mint green.
Tino,
Also do mint green.
I hope he's not being sarcastic about it, but I've always wanted to do that color.
What is the other one? Teal? What is teal?
Teal.
I'm assuming it's the. Oh, badass! Oh my God, yes.
You get a 4 or 4?
Why would they call this a coffee color?
I just get a 4 or 4 when I try to launch this website. Oh, wait. Oh, here we go.
It is kind of a. Yeah.
Ebola. Okay.
It's ice looks pretty dope. Let's copy ice in the utility and see what happens.
Ice.
Ice.
I'm already having a lot of fun with RGB colors.
X names to spell stuff, yeah. That's cool.
Odd.
Ice is pretty dope color. It's once
Actual icy.
That's okay. Italic.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah, I'm really happy we got this RGB color fix because it was just we got a lot of questions about it too. I think there's still a few hanging on Reddit. We even got one I think yesterday, if I remember correctly, yesterday or the day before yesterday. Because we got a question from somebody on Reddit like, oh, I saved the color and oh, the color's being bit off 5 days ago.
Oh, Jeroen,
Yes.
did you know I can play Snake on my keyboard?
What?
I can play Snake on my keyboard. I just installed it.
That's only secret function.
See?
You're not supposed to talk about that.
I can like go over the top row. Sick, right?
Whoa.
How does he do it?
Look good.
I'm
Others
afraid to go
is
down.
completely distracted by sending the nice colors on his keyboard.
I'm trying to find out what.
It's the I guess the most funny thing is Calder just released it. Calder only had access to the beta and RGB effects like 10 minutes before the stream, so it's also the first time we.
Same time as the rest, so.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you suck.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to copy it.
Doesn't work?
My. Wait, there's something else going on. No.
Hi, green
Yeah.
street.
Anyway. What is
Well, I guess we're sort of drifting away.
Do
Do you know what's time? It's time to get into the
What?
beta.
Time to get the beta.
And purge the keyboard with this disco.
Oh, discount. Here.
Disco.
We have
and
a special code called Disco Discount. And you can get the keyboard with 10% off. You'll make Yenny very happy. Right, Yenny?
Oh, okay. Control key is not working.
Yeah. Ah,
Control A.
okay, we'll inspect that later.
Okay.
Beta.
I didn't say anything. Everything is working.
Can I use
just
it for a
fine.
switch box? No! Oh, we didn't want to talk about the switch box today.
this was the stream, boys. Bye. Bye.
You playing Snake while still waiting for an open API. No, there's no Snake.
No, it was fake. It was like the scan effect with all the lights turned off except for the top row, and I faked it.
Yeah. That's our excuse for not talking about the switch box. It's Chinese New Year. No, but seriously, everything's so close. Opens on Monday.
Yeah.
We have
Next
we're gonna
stream.
have more information.
Next stream we'll talk about it.
Yeah. Next stream.
Huh? Next stream.
Next stream. Live
Right.
stream.
Oh, and we also next stream will also be on Friday.
Yeah.
Yes. So from now on, we changed the official live stream day to Friday.
Yes.
There's a couple of reasons for this change.
So I have to
And-
work on Sunday instead of Friday afternoon.
No, so yeah, exactly. No, there's a couple of reasons. We wanted to change the time slot we were hitting instead of doing it on Sundays, and the second reason was we felt we could do more if we would do it on Friday because
I'm Jeroen and this is Calder.
So this is Jeroen, and this is Calder.
I'm
All
Calder.
the order of what you see on the stream is reversed. So
Oh yeah, it is.
as long as you remember that, you'll be fine.
Anyway, so we felt it would be better if we would do the Friday time slot because Sundays also for us very often was very hard to prepare for a Sunday stream
I
because
fixed
it was in
it.
the weekend. Nobody wanted to do anything in the weekend,
Yeah.
and yeah, so we wanted to have a different time slot and it would be just more convenient for us to do it on Friday instead, and we would be more into our working mode and into our work week, so it's easier to talk about things that's going on. So
Yes.
yeah. So from now on, the live stream is on Fridays.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's not a shitty time for most of you, as in.
Yeah, I think like once I get back to Holland in 3 or 4 weeks, we can also try a different time slot.
Yeah.
Or Jeroen can
Like,
sit
do
right
that.
next to me.
Exactly. I guess the next Eric then. And then and there's also another thing you want to do, right, for the live stream. Like you want to change it up in the future.
No. Yes, but.
Not ready to talk about it yet?
Well, okay. So. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. So there's a couple of new things we also want to do with the live stream. We want to have
I just flipped the camera. That's so annoying.
No way. The flipping is really
Yeah.
annoying. The first thing is we want to start trying to invite people to the stream.
Yeah.
We don't have a guest list just yet. Maybe you can recommend people for us also. But we're mainly aiming at either people that have already made something for the Wooting one. So as we're getting more into this open sourcing of the utility, and we get more of these research projects going on,
Yeah.
I want to invite these people also to the stream and talk about their project.
Yeah.
But we also want to have maybe people in general that are affiliated or related to the industry.
Yeah. Keyboard people,
keyboard
reviewers.
Reviewers, anybody to be in the stream and have more of a talking session also going on. Yeah. So if you have a recommendation or you think you're an interesting person to be on the live stream, you're welcome to let us know. I'm already expecting some kind of comment from Quinn.
What is Eric doing?
I'm hiding for Cop Vampire because if he dies, he's going to haunt me.
Why did you just flip the camera? Oh, you already did. Oh, you did just now. Okay.
And also maybe we have this, we're slowly in the background, we're opening this affiliate program for Twitch streamers to officially sponsor our product and have an affiliated link so people can buy the keyboard with discount and support the Twitch streamer.
Yep.
We're slowly opening that up in the background, so we'll have to have these guys on as a guest as well. If you also have a suggestion for a Twitch streamer that you would recommend us to sponsor, to do affiliation with, you're more than welcome to suggest it to us. We're very open to it right now, and we're rolling it out in the background.
Yeah.
There'll be more about this in March. The second thing we're changing up a little bit is we're going to try to do some gaming. In the stream, in the live streams. So we'll have some live streams where we're just playing a game, basically, and talking about more
RGB
general
effects.
things. And it's not so much about showcasing analog in a game. We'll definitely choose a game where analog is present, and can help you through setting it up for the game. But it's just about having a bit different type of content for the live stream. So
and also game nights.
Yes, so like Cop Vampire says, for example, game nights, start live streaming these game nights as well.
Yeah.
So that's what you can expect for upcoming live streams. Maybe when we haven't decided on this yet, but when we have the gaming live streams, it will be on a weekend day, for example, especially if we do a game night. But these live streams, especially when we're talking and we'll invite guests, etc., will still be on now Fridays.
Every other week.
And every other week. Yes. Yeah.
So who's going to be our first guest?
I don't know, but hopefully...
Yenny. No. Is our backup guest for the next stream.
But I think in 2 weeks we should definitely aim for doing a stream with the guest.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you won't be there, right? In 2 weeks.
Is that the time that I'm on vacation?
Yes.
Again, a stream without Calder? Second one?
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
Nice.
Man, the quiz questions are going
Okay,
out
so
the
then
door.
we definitely need guests for me.
Quinn.
I don't know if Quinn is still listening. He's working. He should be working now, right?
Yeah, he can talk while he's working.
Well,
that's true.
Last time I told that during the live stream that I really want some interactive stream with Discord, but I still haven't figured out a way how to do it. But that's a thing we can really do on the Friday.
Yeah.
Because Calder isn't there, we can just hang out, talk fun. But I really have to think
some
hard
some sort of open mic or something.
Yeah. With people on Discord, right?
Yeah.
In the Discord channel, opening it up.
Yeah.
Also. Yeah.
But I still have
like
to think of a good way to moderate it, because you want to hear everyone talk, but not at the same time. But even though you want an open discussion, so it will be quite interesting.
Yeah, maybe we need some sort of...
So we hope... we hope
that
that can spice up the live streams a bit.
Yeah.
And I'm personally very excited about having guests.
Yeah, having guests will be really cool.
And especially once if we do one of the projects, people that do a project. But I don't think we'll see that really until May or so.
Oh right, yeah, with analog. Yeah.
I think that will more come in
later
in May. Yeah, when we have open sourced utility.
Yeah.
But there are some projects in the background though.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So we're hitting an end.
We're gonna turn off the lights again.
Gonna do final special effect. Let me get my wave going here. I like medium speed.
I like this.
It's so beautiful.
Oh.
It's. Are we going to sell more keyboards all of a sudden?
Maybe with the disco discount code. 10%
Maybe with
off.
the disco discount code, you get 10% off. No, but seriously,
this discount code? Share it with your friends.
But seriously, we have the discount code running until 6th of March, I believe it is.
I think so, yeah. But we'll just at least extend it until the
public release.
Yes.
Yeah. So as long as
call the live stream and ask you questions.
Call it. Let's see. So
yeah, something like that.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that would be the Discord idea. So on Discord would be we'll have the live stream live, and we'll have the Discord voice chat open on the live stream.
And maybe we make it closed and we just have some sort of an open channel and a closed channel where we sort of drag people in.
Yeah. I need to figure out what is the best way to moderate
because
it.
Because sort of. I mean, our community is really good, but you always have trolls.
I really don't care for trolls, right? I mean, even if somebody does some promotion, that's fine. But the thing I'm really afraid of, if you have like 8 or 10 people, everybody wants to talk at the same time, then it gets really. Yeah, but we'll do it.
Such a brainwash. What kind of brainwash? You buying the keyboard?
No.
If you have a friend, don't be party pooper. Don't be a party pooper. Give him the disco discount.
What was again with Discord, Jeroen? You said something about beta and Tino. Can't really remember.
Oh right. So if you want to join the beta, you can go to Discord and send Tino a message. That's Tyno. He has like a flame and a purple name. It's Flamey, and then there's like a what do you call this?
A flame?
No. It's like a stripe, like this. What do you call this character? This one.
Oh wait, Jeroen.
Like a slash,
right. Yeah,
and then like upward slash.
Yeah, I don't know what you call that.
Oh, Jeroen, we're such a noobs because how do you even join Discord?
A pipe. Oh.
Link is in the chat.
Link's in the chat.
A pipe.
A pipe.
Okay.
That's actually pretty decent for
Okay, the smooth jazz is over, boys.
Yeah, obvious. Yeah.
The smooth jazz is over. Time for the low tempo.
So we'll be back in 2 weeks again, but then we'll just be Jeroen and Erik.
I think just a quick reminder that we are looking for people to invite on our stream to talk with, like interesting people, or if you think you're interesting people, send us a message on Discord, Twitter, whatever. And also affiliate programming for Twitch. So if you're a Twitch streamer, or we have like a favorite Twitch streamer, send us a message and see what we can do.
They'll throw it also into February's update post and repeat it. Yeah.
Yep.
Just send a mail to social@wooting.nl or hit us up on one of the socials, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr.
Tumblr.
What was the new one again? Vimo? What was that again?
Vira.
Is that the new Tumblr? What?
I don't know.
They need a new Tumblr, right? All right. So we're at the end of the live stream then. Thank you guys all for tuning in, and hopefully you will enjoy the utility beta with a lot of updates and buggy stuff.
Yeah, I'll enjoy the tons of questions. People trying to get it to work, but it should be fun.
Yeah. Don't worry. I think Jeroen and Erik will be quite fast with fixing most of the problems.
Yeah,
and
sure.
Getting it ready for public. So it's going to be a fun time these coming couple of weeks, and I will not, but they will see you back in 2 weeks. Thanks a lot for joining, and you can see everything back again on YouTube, where this video will be uploaded or
Okay.
live stream.
Bye.
That's it. Okay.
Bye. Ooh.